Am I live? It looks like it. I don't know how to do this, but I sure do have a whole lot to say. A whole lot to say. So I'm just going to start with, it's getting really annoying, we're talking about this government shutdown and how Link's about to be, cut off. And I mean, I promise you that's going to affect me, right? And that's going to affect my children. That's going to affect pretty much a lot of people around me because, I also don't just take care of my own household. I help in other households too. Um, but something that's getting really frustrating is when I see people make comments like, just get a job, just go to work. Like, single moms, okay? It's like there's something that people don't really talk about or acknowledge very often, and I'm getting really tired of that. I'm getting really tired of that. Like, for example, just get a job, single moms. Just do that. Just go get a job. I mean, there's all kinds of places hiring, right? It should be so easy just to go get a job, right? Well, I know in my situation with just two kids, and it's not just two kids, it's two kids. In my situation, what I have to do is first I have to schedule around school. Then I have to schedule around my kids. Then I have to schedule around their fathers. Then I have to schedule around their babysitters. I have to schedule around 4 to 6 different people before I could even go to work and say, hey, do you have something for me that works in this little bitty time frame? But hey, we got that. We figured it out. We got a job over here. I mean, not that it pays all the bills or not that it puts the food in the house, but we definitely have a job over here. And then what's really frustrating is the fact that people keep acting like being a mom is not a job. It is. So first, the kids come home from school, right? They come home. We're excited, we're hyper, we're all these things. We're mommy, look at this. No, look at this. Each child trying to get all of your attention all at one time. And I mean, that's fun. It's exciting, right? And that's my job as a mom to do that. But then, we got to sit down, we got to do homework. We got to, get a snack prepared. We got to get dinner prepared. And all while doing this, we got to look back and forth and make sure, one kid's not getting into something they shouldn't get into and make sure the other one feels loved and make sure all the kids are doing a whole bunch of stuff. That's a job. Do you know people get paid to do that? Babysitters get paid the amount of money that we get paid to go to work. So we go to work to pay our babysitters. Right? Or daycare or whatever the case may be. I don't fucking know. I don't really care. It really comes down to go to work to pay somebody else to do your job. Stop being lazy and go to work just so you can pay someone else to do your job as a mother. That's what they want you to do, right? Because see, in my situation, I can seem to only find a job after school hours. Well, when do I get to mother my kids? When do my kids get their mother? So I can only work a couple days out of the week and, every other weekend, but they can only really give 8 to 15 hours a week. And hey, it's something. It's something for me right now because nothing else is working. We don't have a single shift at a good paying job that allows mothers to get their kids to school or pick their kids up or both or either one. There's not a single job out there that doesn't start when school gets out or before school gets started. It makes absolutely no sense. So why we want to sit here and act like the problem is people are lazy, we want to sit here and forget that there's not a single system in place that actually helps a mom be able to go to work with some type of ease, right? No, we're expected to go to work and pay somebody else to take care of our kids. But then not only that, we get our kids off to school. No, first, we get them a bath, right? We get them a bath. We get them to bed. And I mean, we're not getting them to bed on time. It's the goal to get them to bed on time every single night, but that's not really what's happening. And we all know that, which means mama doesn't get to go to bed on time at night either. But also at the end of every single night, we have to pray to God to please shut our fucking minds off. So that way we can go to sleep and start the morning. And then the morning consists of one kid screaming, mommy, and the other kid saying, I can't find this and all this, or all these alarm clocks. I have all these different alarm clocks set. We get up. We get ready for school. That's a job. People get paid to do that, right? Well, then wait a minute. Now we got doctor's appointments. Now we got to register our kids for school, right? So we got to fill out all these paperwork. That's a job. There are some people out there getting paid big, big bucks, depending on who they work for, just to fill out paperwork. That is a job. I'm filling out paperwork. Mothers are filling out paperwork. See, fathers don't understand what's really happening here is thanks to the mother of their child, they get to wake up in the morning. They get to take a nice, quiet, peaceful shit all by themselves. They get to get themselves dressed in the morning, all in peace. Not giving a single care to what the mother of their children might be going through in the morning, getting their kids ready for school and all that good stuff. And that's fine. It's my job to do that as a mother. So that way the father can go to work and provide. But see, nowadays, we don't have mothers and fathers in the same home. No. And that's all your fault, by the way, moms. That's all your fault. You did that because you made the bad choice, because you chose to get with a piece of shit. Not that you weren't, fooled or something like that, but that's all your fault. Right? And so at the end of the day, here we are, we're doing, okay, now hold on. Let me back up. Cause see, I'm really frustrated right now because we then have to call in to work because the dad sure as shit ain't going to do it. The dad is not going to call in to work to get your child home from school because they got sick. No. They're not going to do that. I'm not mad at dads right now. I'm really not. This isn't really about that. But what's frustrating to me is that's the mother's job. It's the mother's job to sacrifice her time at work and the money that she makes to take care of our children. It's the mother's job to do that. So here it is. The mother's sacrificing her work hours, even her job, because jobs are only going to be so graceful. And when you have multiple kids getting sick at different times and having to go to doctor's appointments and having to schedule doctor's appointments, you have to schedule doctor's appointments, make doctor's appointments, remember doctor's appointments, fill out paperwork for doctor's appointments. You have to remember that you have to ask off in advance at work. And if you don't remember, then you have to call in and hope that somebody can reserve your shift and hope that they're not going to get tired of your ass and fire you because you have to keep leaving because you have kids and ain't nobody else leaving. Ain't nobody else leaving but you. Oh, or you can stay at work and pay the dollars that you're making that should be paying your bills to your babysitter. You could do that. You don't have to be a mother at all. You could just go to work and use the money that you make to pay somebody else to do that job. Your job. Being a mom is a job, okay? It is a job. We have to fill out paperwork. We have to be therapists. As soon as they walk in from school, we have to hear about their horrible day. And every single morning, we have to hear about how they don't want to go because bullies are fucking rampant and don't nobody care about that. Don't nobody care about the fact that people are out there actually killing people with their words and causing people to commit suicide. No, we don't care about all that good shit. We're just going to continue to put everybody down who has to have link. Now, let's just go off mothers for a second. Let's go away from mothers for a second. Let's think about our elderly, right? We got so many people talking, I'm tired of my taxes paying for everybody else to live, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Well, any of you saying that, have you ever been to jail or prison? Who the fuck do you think paid for your ass to live there? I've been to jail and prison. And let me tell you something. It was everybody else that paid for me to live there, right? Everybody else. Well, that's you too. So let's stop being so self-righteous for a minute and think about who the hell you are for just a moment. But then here's another thing. People want to sit there and act like mothers don't want to work. Like we want to fucking struggle. Like we want to sit here with the stress on, okay, I'm out of milk. What the fuck am I going to do to get milk? They act like we want to do that. Like we want to be stressed out about milk. Like we want to be stressed out about if we have bread in the house, right? And the interesting thing is our job is from the moment we wake up throughout the entire fucking day, because it's a job looking for a job. Looking for a job is a job. Making it to that job is a job. Now I have a whole nother week before I get paid and I don't have no fucking gas. You have to have money to make money. My job doesn't even provide because I don't have the hours to give them and they don't have the hours to give me. Why? Because there was one point that some motherfucker decided to say, okay, if you work 40 hours at a job, it's now your job's job. Your job's responsibility to make sure you have insurance. So now jobs don't even let you work 40 hours. Jobs make you work as little. They'd rather have more employees than less employees to pay health insurance for. And I mean, I don't even care. I don't think that jobs should have to. No, I would rather be able to work 40 plus hours and get that overtime than have my job pay for my insurance. You see, it's highly frustrating. It's highly frustrating because every single thing that every human being does, a mother and a father throughout the day, is a fucking job. These are things people get paid for, but no, moms don't get paid for it. Moms get told to go to work and pay someone else to do their job. Right? So what's happening here is mothers and or fathers, whoever the fucking culprit is, but, you know, obviously it's all the mom's fault when the relationship ends. It's all your fault. It's all your fault. It's all the woman's fault all the time. All of it. All of the weight is her fault. None of it is the fault of the father or the man. And that's okay. That's all right. But don't sit here and act like because she don't clock in, she don't work. Have a little fucking respect. Because, like, seriously, just, it's really highly frustrating. It's so frustrating to sit here and think, you mean to tell me that none of the things I do throughout the day means anything? It means nothing? You mean when I get up throughout the day and get my kids dressed and get them off to school happy, I gotta keep a good attitude for my kids in the morning, and I'm pissed the fuck off. I'm pissed off because I'm fucking dizzy. And I'm pissed off because everyone is screaming. And I'm pissed off because everyone's running around. And I'm supposed to be like, okay, guys, it's okay. No, give that back to her. No, leave that alone. No, let's get our shirt on. Let's fight and battle every single morning to get dressed. And every single morning in the car, while one of them is always saying, can I please stay home? No, baby, you can't stay home. Because if you stay home, mama's gonna go to fucking jail. And in the end, everyone's saying, where's the parents at? When the kids are all angry and shooting up schools and killing each other and beating each other up, where are the parents at? Well, fuck, man, they're at work to pay someone else to do their job. So I'm sorry to tell you, but no, you see, families don't stay together, and if they did, this may not be so hard for either party, but since they don't, yes, mothers need help taking care of their fucking family. They need help taking care of their family. Simply because we don't clock in all day, every day. No, you get that luxury to clock in every day like that because somebody else is doing that part of the parental job. And while you go to work, that's you doing your part of the parental job. So whether you're in the household or not, you still have a job to uphold. And most people are upholding that job. And if they are upholding that job, they're making the mothers feel like a piece of shit for it. No, thanks to the mothers, you get to do that. Meanwhile, we get criticized. Oh, our taxes are paying for you. As if the taxes have never paid for you. And that is just bullshit. It's complete bullshit. And if it's not bullshit, good for you. If you don't have to know the struggle, good for you. Humble yourself. Humble yourself before God does it for you. Because I promise you, being humbled is a lot harder than humbling yourself. Please understand that life out here is hard for everybody. Everybody, men, women, mother, fathers, everyone around here is attempting to do their job, but nobody wants to give any kind of credit for that. We don't clock in, so we don't work. That day you missed of work, that didn't count. It didn't count. No. As a matter of fact, that's your job. It's your job to miss out on work to take care of your kids. That's your job. That's what we expect of you. We expect you to go to work to pay somebody else to do your job. And then we expect you to lose your hours and lose your job because one of your kids got sick. Let me tell you what I see out here. I see mothers out here in abundance, giving and providing what they don't even have. We got mothers out here giving and providing to other mothers what they don't even have because we all understand the struggle. So why the entire community is out there talking about, just go to work, it's that easy. Oh, it's just $10. I seen a post on a thing, a lady asking if somebody could provide some Kool-Aid and a couple other items, and this smug ass fucking man says, that's $10 tops. Okay, well, I need air in my tire, and that's $2, and I don't got $2. Okay, so how about, since it's just $10, you give it. Since it's just $10, I'm glad it's just $10 to you, but it's not just $10 to everybody else. So while everybody's sitting here judging, let's not forget about our elders. The people that worked very hard before us, much harder than the motherfuckers complaining about their tax dollars paying for other people. We got people out there that's been working their entire lives to take care of your entitled, ungrateful asses, who are now in the process. Some of them don't get their full disability that they put in for, that they paid for. And now you got to worry about them losing their link and their help for food, because the government wants to say, go to work. Well, I've been to work my entire life. I've had cancer 3 times. I got lupus. I can't work anymore. I'm unable to work, but the government wants to say, hey, fuck you. We don't give a fuck about all the hard work you put in for all those years actually establishing this fucking country. We don't care about that. No, no, no. We're just going to criticize everybody, and we're going to criticize everybody that don't have $10. We're going to criticize everybody who has a broken down car who's trying to make it back and forth to work. I mean, let me tell you something. If you got $10, I could really use it, but that's not going to get me to work next week, to my next paycheck. It's not. So I also need deodorant that actually fucking works. So if you got $10 that you can pass my way so I can get some deodorant, that would be great. But by the way, I need a ride back and forth to work until I get my check. It's so simple to give me a ride. All you have to do is get up early in the morning, in the cold, get in your car, drive to my house, let us load up in your car while you hear me try to calm my kids of their anxiety because they just want to stay home because they don't want to get up and do this shit either. Then you gotta drive me to one place, stop, let the kid get out, give hugs and kisses and I love yous, and then drive me all the way across town to do that again while I walk one kid all the way into the school and I can't leave right away because he doesn't want me to, because I'm a mom and because I'm trying to comfort my child. That's all it takes. All it takes is for you to get up in the morning, drive over to my house. It sounds simple, right? So simple. No, do you know people get paid to do that? People get paid to drive people around. That's a job. Me driving my kids around is a job. Me filling out paperwork for my kids is a job. Me making doctor's appointments for my children is a job. Me getting them to their doctor's appointment is a job. Me consoling them when they're having a hard day, that's a job. There are people in this world that are getting paid big money to do that, but not moms. No, moms get told, you ain't doing enough. That's what moms get told. You ain't doing enough because you're not clocking in. No, I'm doing my job as a mother. I'm doing my job as a parent. So while we want to sit here and criticize all these people that need link and all the hardship that we're going through, maybe we should look and find out where the fucking hardship is going or coming from. Government, for one. Lack of work. So we go to work, right? But we can't have stable positions. No, we can't have stable positions. We gotta go to work before kids start school or start work before kids even get out. Like, it just makes no sense to me. And I know I'm kind of rambling right now. I'm really frustrated because of the simple fact that how does anyone in their right mind think that the mothers who are not working, who are not clocking in, are actually working all day long? And the ones who are clocking in are still working all day long. We are doing our best while the entire surroundings around us want to say, that's my tax money. I don't want your kids to have lunch at school. The fuck? Who the fuck don't want every single child in the world to have lunch at school? It makes no sense to me. It makes absolutely no sense. Who wants their mother or father going without food after they've worked their entire life for you and this country? Some of us still have our grandparents. Well before we had all this easy technological, no. They built this place on their bare backs. Not going to be getting benefits. And we got people out here thinking it's okay to take what little bit of help that we do have. And I promise you the amount that we get in Link doesn't always pay for every single household. So what I see out here is mothers splitting the last. There's some mothers out here that have $100 on their link card that's giving 50 of it to another household because they know those kids need to eat too. Meanwhile, we got men out here saying it's just $10. Now, this wasn't supposed to be about men and women and mothers and fathers, but I'm getting really fucking tired of all the criticism that I'm seeing all over the world, mostly from men. Mostly from men. We got women out here, mostly women at these volunteer food shelters. I went to City Hope yesterday. Yes, I did. I went to City Hope yesterday to do the free shopping, and it felt so good. It felt so good because when I walked in, I didn't feel judged. When I walked in, I grabbed a cart like I was at a store. I didn't get followed. I didn't get looked around. They told me, hey, 10 items a piece. That's what you get. Thank you. And I got to go in peace and shop for 10 items a piece for my children and myself. I only found a few for myself, but I'm grateful. And I got to do it without feeling judged. I got to do it with the support of the women that were volunteering their free time so that I had the opportunity to go get my kids some pants for the winter time. Because it's getting cold right now and I don't have pants for my kids. We have shorts. It's cold out there. I can't go to Walmart right now because I can't even make it back and forth to work for this next week to get the next check, which is just going to pay my bills. So my kids have everything they need. They have a roof over their head. They have food, whether they like the food or not. Sometimes it's always questionable. My kids have everything they need because I'm working. Because I'm working my fucking ass off and still fucking drowning while the whole world says, bitch, you don't clock in, so you don't count. This isn't even about me. I don't give a fuck. Me and mine will be okay. Excuse my language, Lord, but God will always find a way. Me and my kids will be okay. And by the looks of it, we'll be okay because of all the women out there sacrificing and doing what they can to make sure that everybody is okay. The providers that I'm seeing in this world is women, while men want to sit there and sit on their self-righteous high horse and act like they do so much while their taxes pay for everybody. Again, there are plenty of men out there providing. I'm not like but this is what I'm seeing out here in society. My camaraderie comes when I find my place in an environment with other women. My camaraderie comes when I find myself, my safety comes when I find myself in an environment of other women. You know, we go to birthday parties, right? And everyone is stressed out. All the moms are stressed out. The honor mom is stressed out, and all the other moms jump in to help her. That's beautiful to me. That's beautiful, and it's amazing. And anyway, I don't know if this was just a big giant rant, I guess. It was more organized in my mind when I started it. But I'm getting really tired of all the judgment and criticism of everybody. We got our elders out here who already don't have enough. We got ourselves out here who already don't have enough. And then we got the whole world around us saying, just go to work. Well, that's what we're doing. We're going to work. We have to find jobs that work around our child's schedule, their father's schedule, their sitter's schedule. We don't even get to think about our schedule. Being a secretary is a job. Some places you get paid high dollars, some places you don't. Some places you get paid nothing. Being a taxi is a job. Being a therapist is a job. Everything we do as parents is a job. It's a thankless and unappreciated, unnoticed job. We just don't get to clock in for it.